Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of My Car Shop. One more episode here in the Upgrade of the Shop series that I've been doing. Received another box a couple days ago, just been really busy. I haven't opened the box yet. I was waiting to do it here on the show and share with you what's been purchased and do a little couple of other little things as well. So let's get that box opened up and see what we got. It's like opening Christmas presents, right? I actually did pick up a set of leather gloves for certain aspects of the metalworking. Yeah, those are nice. Those are going to work well. I've got welding gloves, but they're a bit heavy. But this is the main thing right here that we got that I was interested in, and I was getting ready to set up the shrinker stretchers here and just happened to ask myself the question how much the base plate from Eastwood costs for those, and it was almost nothing compared to the amount of time it was going to take me to make something for it. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up. So we've got a base plate here that those two devices will go on. For now it'll be able to clamp right into the vise. But ultimately what I want to do is weld. I've got some 2-inch square box tubing and weld that down onto a base. And then I'm also going to probably make a couple of foot pumps to use the shrinker stretchers rather than doing it by hand. But for now I'll be able to bolt those on there and put this in the vise and use it like that. Joe and I were talking. He's here now. He's home for about a month. And we were talking yesterday and looking over the 74 Dart and looking at the tools and what we have now to be able to make some of the inner fender well lips and other panels that need to be made to put those quarter panels on the 74. So this is going to work great. I decided let's get the base, let's get this so we can use these tools and be able to move forward. So let's get the shrinker stretcher bolted on here and see what it looks like, and maybe we'll give a quick demonstration on how they work. Okay, so I've bent up a little piece of tin here. This is 20 gauge sheet metal that I'm going to just do a couple little stretches and shrinks on just to kind of show you the process of how this works. So mostly on this, what I'm going to be doing is shrinking it so that we can get it to curve. The other thing we can do then is maybe I'll do a shrink on this half to get it to curve one way, and I'll do a stretch on this half to get it to curve the other way. So that's what I'm going to work on. We'll just do a little bit here and see how it goes. So we're doing a little bit of shrinking first. Means I need to use the right tool. And I'm going to set myself a baseline here just so I know about where I'm starting to keep things uniform. I like the way these mount to the handle, to the base here. That's nice. So I'm going to start probably on the inside. You want to do little bites at a time. You don't want to do a lot. see with the little bits that I've done there now, we're starting to get a little curvature. So we're getting a little arc. What I'm doing is I'm shrinking this and just starting to pull that. So we'll keep working on that. Okay, so you can see now that we're starting to get a nice curve. And this is one of the reasons why I want to do the foot pedals, as I mentioned, because I can work that with my foot and really work the metal with both hands. But for now, especially with two of us going to be here for part of this, this is going to work nicely. So I've shrunk that one. So we've been able to make this curve this way. And you can see, if I get up close, how there's just all these little teeth marks. And what that's doing is just shrinking that metal and shrinking that metal to cause this to bend. So now I'm going to go over here to this side, right here. Then we're going to do a little stretching to get this to bend the other way. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so I got a few bugs to work out yet. I discovered that the jaw was stuck on the shrinker and it wasn't working quite as well as the stretcher did, so I took it apart and freed up the jaws a little bit. They were just stuck from shipping, I think. I felt like I was having to work too hard. It's been a long time since I used one of these, but in the end of the day, so I now have shrunk this one that much here, so you can see all the little teeth marks from shrinking there. And then of course I've stretched this one to make that curve that way. So you can see the advantage if you think about like a window opening on the Challenger, for example, the back window. I can make all of that now. Fender flare or inner fender wells. I can make all of that now. And so these tools are going to be invaluable. So I just took this piece of 20 gauge, took it over to the sheet metal brake, bent it in an L. So I had a nice piece as we started. And then put it in the shrinker and the stretcher just to make this little S curve as an example of what can be done. So really like the tool. Need a little bit of time myself to get more up to speed on it, where to put it in the jaws and so forth to get the maximum efficiency and so forth. But with a little more re-practicing, like I said, it's been a long time. I'm going to be able to make some really nice parts out of this. So there you go. So let's get this episode wrapped up for today. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode of the shop update. I'm happy with that. Eventually I will get that base made and get those foot pedals made, but just have a lot more control with the foot pedals so you can work with both hands. But being as my right knee is now giving me grief, I think I overworked it in compensating for my left knee injury. I'm going to be a little bit yet before I'm going to be fully mobile. And like I said, things have been pretty busy. But Joe and I are making a game plan to get on the 74 here in the next week or two and do some quarter panels. In the meantime, I'm also going to try to get the fuel pump changed on that car. And we got the starter to put on his charger, so I'm sure we'll be doing an episode on that as well. But I want to thank you once again for watching. I appreciate your patience as I'm getting out the content. I know things are a bit slow right now. It's the holiday weekend. Today is actually the 4th of July, so happy Independence Day. Hope you're enjoying learning about these tools and how they work. And then, of course, you'll be getting to see them all in action. So make it a great weekend for yourself. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Be smart. Be kind. And rock on.